students, family and friends, Madam President, faculty and staff. My name is Paul Cantello, and as the University Registrar, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Mount's third annual matriculation ceremony. As we gather today, I would like to acknowledge and pay respect to the Mi'kmaq people of the territory on which we meet. Mount St. Vincent University is built on unceded Mi'kmaq territory. We also pay respect to the Mi'kmaq knowledge embedded in this land and to the elders, past, present, and future. Today is a special day for all who are here. It is a day to celebrate our new students as they officially begin their journey at the Mount. Joining me today to commemorate this exciting moment are a number of our distinguished faculty and staff. The individuals on this stage will be your future professors and mentors and are here to support your academic and professional growth. I thank them sincerely for attending today's ceremony and for their outstanding commitment to our students. I am also joined by several special guests who are looking forward to the opportunity to welcome you to the Mount family. We have President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Mary Bluchard. Next to Dr. Bluchard is Alex Cumming, President of the Mount St. Vincent University Students' Union. And seated next to Alex is Justin Corcoran, Mount Business Administration graduate and Student Life Assistant at Nova Scotia Community College. To officially welcome you as Mount students, I would like to invite our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Mary Bluchard, to the podium.
Thank you, and good afternoon, and welcome to your first year as a Mount St. Vincent University student. Our matriculation ceremony celebrates a beginning of the formal start of your time here with us at the Mount. The robes you're wearing today signal that in spite of all the diversity and individuality represented in this auditorium, you now share something in common. You are all Mount students. And to the parents and friends, you have a new Mount student in your family as of today, so that's great. And to you, wow, you did it. You've already been successful because you are here today. So let's congratulate our new students. And in just a few short years, many of you, and I sincerely hope all of you, will be seated in this space once again, attending convocation as new Mount graduates and alumni. Once again, you'll be decked out in academic robes, but at that future time, you're sharing all in common the fact that you're all fellow graduates. You've successfully completed your university degree, diploma, or certificate, and you take with you all of the memories and friendships that you have made along the way. So in the years before today's ceremony and between today's ceremony and your graduation from the Mount, what should you look forward to? The people. Many of the people you will meet will become your friends for life. New knowledge. The Mount is home to some of the best teachers and researchers around, and they care about the success of each and every student. Get to know your professors. You'll be glad you did. Something else to look forward to, balance. You'll need to ensure a balance between your studies and social life. Make your academics a priority, but be sure to take the time, relax, enjoy the many activities which are important to you. Look forward to the journey itself. Your journey to graduation will be as unique as you are. While it will have many ups, and it won't be without a few downs, but that's to be expected. But never hesitate to ask for the help you need. We have an outstanding family of faculty, staff, and student leaders to support you. Another thing to look forward to, sharing your new adventures. You might not be homesick, but your family and friends at home are likely missing you. I'm sure they will. Keep them posted on your many new adventures. They're going to want to hear from you all about it, so don't forget. And I hear some claps over there, so there's some expectations to report back. Lastly, Savor every moment. It goes by so quickly. I often reflect back on my days in residence as an undergraduate student with such fondness. It was, by far, the best time of my life. The community you're joining at the Mount is one dedicated to a high-quality and inclusive student experience. Since our early days as a place of learning for girls and women to the organization that we are today, we take pride in supporting the advancement of women. We seek to make education accessible to those historically denied an education, including women, marginalized groups, and those who face barriers to attending on-campus classes. And we strive to provide supports and services that will ensure the success of every student who attends the Mount. Our vision for all our graduates is that they leave the Mount prepared to be socially responsible global citizens who step forward to truly make a difference. As noted, during your time at the Mount, you will engage with outstanding faculty members who are active in scholarship and research in areas ranging from quantum chemistry to Canadian history and more. Our faculty are making critical research contributions in areas such as food security, child development, healthy aging, gender equity, to mention just a few examples. Students, staff, and faculty engage actively with community partners, devoting countless hours to projects that advance social well-being. And our reach and our responsibility goes far beyond our campus to embrace local, national, and international communities. As a Mount student, you will take classes from professors who are very passionate about the subjects they teach, and they want to share their excitement with you. Every class you attend can give you a new perspective, a fresh thought, another way of looking at the world, and perhaps looking at yourself. You will share in a very rich culture here at the Mount. You're joining a community of students from more than 60 countries around the world. This is a big next step for you and for your family and your friends. We're proud of all you have accomplished to date, and I know you will continue to work hard, don't forget to have fun, and will be successful. I look forward to meeting you and encourage you not to be a stranger. You are very welcome here. This is your university. This is your home for the next little while. And I say to you, with all warmth and sincerity, welcome home.
Thank you, Dr. Bluchard. As part of today's ceremony, we are pleased to welcome two more special guests to campus, Tricia Gore and Sulian Knockwood, who will be performing traditional First Nations dances. Tricia was born and raised in Halifax. Her heritage is Saulteaux. Tricia dances the fancy shawl and has been dancing since the age of 4. The fancy shawl dance is one of the newest powwow dance styles and originates from the southern central part of the United States. The fringe shawl worn by the young women who dance fancy emulate the wings of a butterfly. Sulian is Mi'kmaq and comes from the Sabagagnetic Reserve. Sulian started dancing at the age of 5 and does the grass dance. The origin of the grass dance is generally accepted as coming from the northern plains and was used by warrior societies. Here in Nova Scotia, grass dancers are the first to dance in a powwow. They are the ones who bless the powwow grounds. Please welcome Tricia and Sulian to the stage. Patricia and Sulian, thank you so much for joining us today and for welcoming our students to campus. The main reason you're all here today is to pursue your desire to learn. With our small class sizes, exclusive program offerings, and student-focused faculty, the Mount is positioned to offer you an education as unique as your fingerprint. Of course, your life as a student doesn't stop once you leave the classroom, and getting involved in student life at the Mount is absolutely important. Whether you decide to join a club or a society, run for Students' Representative Council, or volunteer at your local food bank is up to you. But these experiences, combined with your Mount degree, will ensure you are positioned to confidently take on the world upon graduation. With that said, it is my pleasure to invite Alex Cumming, your Mount St. Vincent University Students' Union President, to the podium.
Hello, everyone. Hello. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today. For those who don't know, my name is Alex Cumming. I'm the Student Union President this year. I am recovering from a concussion, so give me a little bit of slack today, if that's okay. But I can't tell you how excited we are to have everyone coming onto campus today. We've been working really hard to make this the best possible year for new and returning students, and I feel like we've really started a great path so far. Currently, I'm going to my 5th year at the Mount, loving every moment. But 4 years ago, I was in the same seat that you folks were. Some of us drove just down the street to get here, and some of us flew very far distances to get here. But we're all here for a reason. Currently, as I look to learn about what that reason is, I started asking new students a question. What are they most excited for when they come to the Mount? It's a simple question that can really be asked. It's a simple question that can really help you learn a lot about a person. Say a student says basketball, for example. They're trying out for the team. You gotta start talking to them and you learn a lot about them. It's interesting. Say they're excited to move into residence. They get their own room. They get to meet new people. They get the honor of eating as much craft dinner as they want. That's awesome. It's an opportunity to really see what makes people passionate about coming to their school. I asked one student a couple weeks ago and got an answer that really made me think. With a big smile across her face, she said she was here for a change. A change. It's one of the reasons why the Mount is so important to so many people. Regardless of where anyone comes from, this is a place where you can really be you. You can meet people with similar interests and try fun events around campus. If you love to play board games, dance in Vinnie's, have movie nights, meet people from your program, maybe you love raising awareness about certain causes, or just invite some people over and eat tons of pizza, this is your opportunity. Our goal at the Student Union is to give you all these opportunities. You don't need to be into politics to be part of the Students' Union. We just want you to be involved and have the best year you can. University is a place where you can really get out there, and the more that you put into it, really is the more you get out of it. And we're here for students to help you through it. And on that note, I have 2 things I really want to encourage this year. The first is to come and say hello. We all ran for these positions because it's important to us and it matters. We love meeting new students and we love to see students thrive. It's why we do what we do. It's really hard to know what the school has to offer unless you ask. The people that have been here are here year after year because we love it. We love doing what we do, and we love both the academic side and the extracurricular side. So I really encourage it. The second, I strongly encourage everyone in this room to try to make it down to events around campus this year. You'll spend plenty of time studying and doing homework, but I can bet you that night that you stayed up with your friends and watched a horror movie and ate some food together is a night you're going to remember in 10 years. You really make connections that last a lifetime here. I remember my first year really well. I came from high school in Ontario where I wasn't involved in anything. I stayed in the same group of people and I didn't really know the school very well. I got through it and I enjoyed doing things whenever people asked, but I really never put myself out there. When I came to university, I honestly expected the exact same thing. As you can probably guess, it didn't happen. I managed to get involved in basically everything I possibly could, and it all happened just because I asked one person how I could get involved. I went up to them and I said, quote unquote, I want to get involved. What can I do? And from there, I got all the resources I need to decide how I wanted to spend my week. It doesn't mean you have to go to every event, but it means that you know the options are there, and you might want to go to one or two of them, or you might want to go to all of them. I went to all of them, but I learned that it's okay to be silly and have fun. We're here to do academics, but we're not only here to do academics. This is also supposed to be one of the best times of your life. The saying goes that university can be the best 4 years of your life. Well, I'm in my 5th year, and I can tell you that they really can be. And it's about taking the opportunities that are there and making the most of them. And it doesn't mean that you have to be everywhere at once, but try one thing, try two things, come ask us. The people are there. This is a really special place we have here, and I'm honored to be able to share it with you. So I just really want to say welcome to the Mount, everyone, and I hope you have a great year. Am I introducing Justin? I am? Okay. I do have one more task before I run out of time and get thrown off stage, and that's to introduce a truly incredible person. It's a person I've really looked up to since I met him, and it's a person who I'm truly lucky to call a friend. Two years ago, he was a Students' Union president here at the Mount, and now he's working really hard to speak out for students as a student life assistant at the NSCC Ivory campus. Please give a really warm welcome to Justin Corcoran.
I've done this, I think, probably 8 times since I've been on stage. It's just as warm in Seton as I remember it, so. So hello, everyone. Thank you, Alex, for introducing me. That was really nice. Wow, it's always so nostalgic to be back at the Mount during orientation week. I always think back to my time spent here walking through the same routine of, getting my books, moving on to residence, and just getting the lay of the land for the school year to come. Before I get started, I want to kind of do the same as Dr. Bluchart just did, and really just send a big congrats to all of you here today, because you are here, and that means that you made it. And I believe that at the end, those words, they don't just mean are meant to be expressed when you graduate, I don't believe. Because in order to get to that point at the end, you really need to go through your own hoops just to begin. So I want to give yourself a round of applause. So please do this again. I think you guys deserve it. So. And to the parents too, students, give your parents a big round of applause, because I know my family appreciated it after helping lug my entire life to Nova Scotia. So they are really amazing, and they're your support. So they do deserve a big round of applause as well. So today marks the beginning of your journey here at Mount St. Vincent University, and it's an honor for me to be speaking to you today. Looking out into the crowd, I know just from experience that there are probably 1,000,001 things running through your minds as you organize your routines for the year. Just as I did when I started back in 2010, I wrote really small on this, and I don't know why, because I'm losing my place a couple of times, so I apologize. 2010, that was 7 years ago. 7 years, that's a long time ago. And it was 7 long years filled with many assignments and essays and case studies, and looking at the clock thinking, if I sleep now, I'll get full 4 hours tonight. That never panned out, by the way. I only managed to get about 3.5 probably at best. So, thinking back to my first year, I keep imagining how useful a ceremony like this would have been to someone like me as I tried to get my grounds. Shortly after my parents made their way back to my hometown in Miramichi, New Brunswick. Anybody from Miramichi, New Brunswick in general? Yes, yes! There's always one. Awesome. Because I was never the cool kid growing up. I tried to be, to the best of my abilities, but my interests always fell somewhere under the dorky category whenever I was in high school. Ain't that right? Preach, right? That's the best. I like you. Yeah, we even had our own section at lunchtime. It was great. I would be there every day playing video games, trading cards, and I knew that's what I liked to do. It was fun for me. I had a very niche group of friends who were also in that section, and we all got through high school together. And for the most part, it wasn't that bad for me. Flash forward to 2010, first year of university, very different scenario. Same person, same interests, but now I was in university. My parents had just left, I had no idea what was going to happen, and I just waited for the moment where I could find a safe haven to collect my thoughts. But instead of fleeing to find the nearest corner to perch in until the crowd died down, something different happened. When I turned and looked into the sea of people, I realized that they were all experiencing almost similar feelings. I saw no divide between cool and uncool, they were just people. And amongst these people were smiles from the many, many orientation leaders who were just students like me. And they are the very same that I am sure you have been helping you out today and welcoming you onto this beautiful campus. So give you a round of applause for the orientation leaders, because they have a bright light that shines from them, and I think that's important to notice. So that was big for me. It wasn't going to be a categorization based on such things like I was in high school. I was allowed to be dorky or goofy and express my interests, and better yet, use those interests to get involved on campus and become a leader. So that was the start of the most incredible years that I think I've ever had in my entire life, and it all happened on this campus. My journey was much like a Mario Kart game. If anybody's played Mario Kart, yeah, you like that game? It's great. Good game. Some days I felt like I was on Rainbow Road, so searching for the next item so I could make my next move, trying not to fall off the path, seeing who was ahead and who was behind me. And some days it was like Mario Circuit, a continuous, rotating track with minimal obstacles and a few boosts along the way. However, always in the end, crossing the finish line. Unless someone hits you with the star at the last minute and then everyone passes you. Those people are not nice. Don't be like them. It's not good. So flash forward again to now. This is your beginning. As you sit here taking in everything, I want you all to realize something. This is a fresh start for you, and you are amazing. Absolutely amazing. You are going to struggle, and you are going to contemplate whether you are making the right decisions, and you are not always going to want to put a smile on your face, and you're probably going to spill coffee on the only white thing that you own. I mean, it happens, right? But the one thing that doesn't change out of all that is the fact that you are amazing. Each and every one of you has one individual quality that is absolutely different from everyone else around you. That makes you important, and it makes you irreplaceable. Here at the Mount, you have the ability to be yourself, and you have the resources to lead others like you. You don't have to be alone. You can be scared, but you don't have to be alone. You are all in this together. The end goal is absolutely the same, and every day can be a new beginning. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex and Justin. Well, this concludes our 2017 matriculation ceremony. It is but the beginning of a journey that you'll never forget. I would like to thank our speakers and our faculty and staff for joining us today for this special occasion. Students, welcome to the Mount.